Hi, Boniface.
Yes, hello, I'm in.
Hi. Hi, Boniface.
Hi.
Yes, Bwana
Hi.
Boniface, we are getting you.
So any other person is joining in?
Hello. Since the meeting is being recorded,
Okay.
those who will join will find us on way, so we can continue.
Okay, thank you so much, Boniface and Joseph, for joining in at this time. I know I pushed Boniface for quite some time so that you can have this, because I would like at least for you to appreciate the solution that I'm currently providing, so that you can be able to make an informed decision. So as indicated, Joseph, my name is James Mashira, Head of Business Development at Quora. And I would wish now to, sorry? I wish to share.
It's all right. If you, it's all right. I'm saying
Yes, yes.
it's always good in order to introduce those who are you're presenting to. So Joseph.
Okay, no problem.
Joseph is our manager.
Okay.
Joseph is our manager, and Zeri Chelego, who has just logged in, is our organizing secretary. So I'll be introducing them as they log in, so you can proceed.
Brother, you are the treasurer,
All right.
and Boniface is the treasurer.
No, I'm the executive director.
Oh, executive director. Okay.
Yeah.
So as I did my introduction, for the benefit of Zedi, my name is James Moshera, Head of Business at Quora. And I would wish now to take you through our core banking system. I would like some guidance, Boniface, in terms of the time, so that at least I can be able to know how to condense my presentation.
Okay. We are available and we wish to spend less than an hour.
Less than 1 hour. Okay,
Yes.
I will try as much
Is
as
that possible?
No, it's possible. It's just
But
that
don't compress so much that we're not getting the main ideas. Make sure
okay.
the main ideas are presented so that we get what you want to present to us.
Okay. So I wanted to do a very short presentation and then I go to the demo. So thank you so much for joining in. I hope everyone can be able to see my screen.
Yes, we can.
So introduction, just for you to know who Quora is and what we do. As Quora, what is Quora? We are a cloud-native core banking platform which provides a superior and future-proof banking experience. And it enables the SACCOs to offer modern savings and lending services. So we do provide a core banking system to specifically SACCOs. This system, as it is a cloud-based solution, and it has been built using German technology. Quora is a wholly owned Kenyan company, and the directors are from Kenya. Now, unlike our competitors, we have a system which is capex free, that is capital expenditure free. So it is pay as you go, just as the way as you do Zuku, make payment on monthly basis. Or we do expect that at least on quarterly basis you'll be making payment. So there's no capital expenditure. You don't have to set aside some money for buying the system. It is reliable and secure. I'll be able to take you through the system so that you can be able to see in terms of how the system is. Delightful to use. Very good system that very easy for the manager who can be able to use it and maybe the other staff. Then also we do provide world-class support. We have a dedicated team that is able to support you either online. We have a chat whereby in case you get you want to get support, you can be able to request for that support. This is our team. We have our winning team there. The team members have been able, some of them have been able to launch global ventures, and some of them have even been able to work in SACCOs. And we have been we are being backed by other industry experts. So our CEO is Cindy Wadia. He's the co-founder as the CEO. We have another director and of operations called David Huan, the head of business development. We also have a partnership manager. And then also we have some investors who are backing up as Quora team members where they've been able to work before. This profile covers why we are here today, the Quora advantage and roadmap to implementation. So why we are here is because one, a study had been done by McKinsey Global Institute in 2016, Digital Finance for All, that indicated that the digital SACCOs can be able to reduce their cost per client up to 90%. So in terms of digitizing your operations, you'll be able to reduce your cost per client by even up to 90% for those SACCOs that are fully digitized. The world has been able to go digital, and SACCOs are currently seeking for affordable, high-tech, and secure options that are able to capture value. And that is the reason as to why we are able to build Quora. We have some few clients like Architectural Association of Kenya SACCO. Kenya Banker SACCO is one of the biggest clients, over 25,000, currently even 27,000 members. We also have All in SACCO and several other SACCOs. Before building the system, we were able to go through, visit some of the SACCOs, and they were able to give us the current challenges that they're currently experiencing with the different platforms. One of them is poor vendor support. You find that when you do implementation of a system, you'll find that there are vendors who just come and implement and then they leave. For you to get support becomes a very big problem. This is one of the major problems, and that's why it is actually number one. The other one is manual and repetitive processes. You find that most SACCOs are actually manual. You still find that even if they have computerized, they have systems in place, but there are other processes that they are currently doing manually. So you find that there is that challenge with most SACCOs. There is also constant threat of security hacks. You find that for the last 3 years or so, some SACCOs have been able to lose money and through the mobile banking applications. And there is that constant threat that when I have a system that is already hosted on premise, you find that there are challenges in terms of during the weekend. Am I sure that there's nobody who's hacking into our systems and withdrawing money from mobile banking? Difficulty serving members 24/7. Most of the SACCOs, and especially during this pandemic, some SACCOs last year they actually closed. Members are not able to get services. Why? Because they were really used to the on-premise systems, and whereby they had to ensure that they open the office for them to access the systems. So this is a very big challenge. Even currently with some of the SACCOs, if we happen to say that there's a lockdown, it will be very difficult for the members to get the services, the much needed services. Then lastly, you find that SACCOs have invested so much in systems which are not adding value. You find that they are not getting value for the money that they have been able to invest in. So you find that a SACCO has invested maybe 1 million, 2 million, 10 million shillings. But at the end of the day, the system is not serving their needs. I know you've been able to recognize some of the above challenges, maybe since you're also a SACCO. Why Quora? Why Quora and why not other system? Quora will be able to power your growth, number one, by increasing your profits. So we are looking at automation. How do you automate? When you automate all your processes, it implies that you're able to lower the operational expenses. Number two, attract new clients. We are giving you a platform whereby members can even be able to apply for membership online. without necessarily coming to the office. Increasing repayment and engagement, which means that wherever members are, can be able to make their own repayment without any challenge, and they can be able to do engagement with the SACCO, engage the SACCO remotely without necessarily coming to the office. The other one is empowering your members. That is how Quora will be able to power your growth. Number one, I said members can be able to digitally open accounts. If you have a new product that you've rolled out, members can comfortably be able to open the account from the comfort of their homes. We are able also to ensure that the members are able to get these instant loans, that is the mobile loans. And then also we are able to allow members to do, that you're able to do credit scoring, which means that you can be able to know the status of the member in CRB. Lastly, what we're looking at is the securing asset base by ensuring that there is fraud prevention. The maker checker security mechanisms that have been put in place in the core banking system, access controls that have been able to be put in place, maker checker, and also ensuring that at least the staff are able to access the system at the desired time and on the specific days, if it is Monday to Friday or is it Monday to Saturday. External penetration tests. Our system we usually do external penetration tests where we get a consultant to ensure is able to get we're able to get the vulnerabilities. So it's being continuously improved. Then audit trails. We have the audit trails in the system. This one I'm going to showcase. Then our product reach. We have the core banking system. Number one, this is an arbitration platform. I'll be able to show you that. This allows you to manage your members, deposit accounts, loan and accounting and reporting. Then also we have the Quora Connect, which is online and mobile banking, which allows your members to easily access their statements online. They can be able to do transactions. They can be able to move money to M-Pesa. Then also online means that you can have a web application, which I'm going to show you, and you can be able to do the transactions. Quora Open API, our system has been built with what we refer to as a framework with open architecture, where you can be able to connect other systems. So we have a RESTful API, which assures you an end-to-end solution by using third-party integration. Our testimonials from one of the biggest clients is Kenya Bankers. They wanted an efficient, secure, and fast platform, and they were able to get it from Quora. We were able to edge out one of the core banking systems called T24, that is Temenos, which is being used by most banks like KCB. Kenya Bankers had been using it for 11 years, but due to the challenges that they were experiencing, they were able to get to a platform, and we were able to give them the solution that they so much desired. Another smaller SACCO, not that we're also serving the big SACCOs, even some of the small SACCOs. Like for this SACCO, they expected that the onboarding will be very lengthy, and time intensive. But we've been able to manage to onboard SACCOs even in less than 2 weeks. So for you, if you have very few members, even a span of around a week or so, we can be able to ensure that we onboard you, because we take you through the process and we assist you in the whole process. We have been recognized by industry experts, like for instance, some of the fintechs, Google for Startups, that is Inclusive Fintech, Launchpad, Cusco, Mambu, KCB, Metropole. We have also been featured in some of the newspapers and online, like Saran Digital, Fintech, and Business Today. The Quora advantage, we are talking about the open and the compatibility. So we're looking at integrations via API, that is M-Pesa, Metropole CRB, Cooperative Bank. Then also we have other built-in connectors, TransferWise, NetGuardians, Abli, and also many more. So what you're going to offer you is an API integration, where now you can easily, within your IT department, they can easily be able to integrate other systems without any challenge. You don't have to build bridges just like other vendors do. Then one of the other advantages is the scalability through cloud computing. As the organization grows, like for instance, when you're small like now, we are going to give you the platform as it is. But as you grow, the system is scalable, which means that if you go to that level of Kenya Bank SACCO, they require more capability in terms of performance of their systems. So yeah, they start scalability. So you're talking about on-demand access to more processing capacity and also on-demand storage increase. We are hosted by Amazon, that is Amazon Web Services. That is where we host our system. So the other advantage is flexibility on the configurable products and the branch independence as you try to grow. So you will be able to take you through how to create products. You can be able to create as many products as possible. You can be able to have as many branches as possible. So once you sign off and you're in the platform, you can comfortably be able to create your own branches without us charging you or telling you that for this SACCO, Bidii Jiinue, you required to pay us for opening a new branch. No, we are giving you a system that is able to ensure that you grow. So there is no code product configuration. I'll be able to take you through that. Zero code data set configuration and also instant API accessibility. So you can be able to create branches with ease, and then also you can be able to analyze income and expenditure from one screen. You also have peace of mind with the banking level SLAs. We are going to give you a service level agreement which stipulates what is the role or in terms of quota. How long are we supposed to take in terms of supporting you? So we are assuring you our service level agreement is 99.9% uptime guaranteed. There is also failover in terms of our data center, so that at least if one data center fails, the other one can be able to pick up. There is also continuous backups of your data for more than 30 days. And then there's that active latency and performance monitoring. In terms of recovery time objective, we are looking at a pre-warm disaster recovery region. There is a hot standby for that, and also proliferation treatment in case of multi-data center failure. The other one is penetration test and certification. You'll be able to see that the issue is some penetration tests that we do a minimum of around 2 years, two in a year to test the confidentiality of customer data. Response and resolution time service level, we can assure you that within less than 5 minutes on chat, we shall be able to come back to you and be able to solve that problem. Then we have selected certifications. Our system is certified. We have ISO 9001, 27001 for security management control, 27017 for cloud-specific controls, and 27018 for personal data protection. We also GDPR certified, and also we have we are hosted by, as I said, Amazon Web Services. What do you mean by going digital? And how will it transform your business? Number one, for board. As board members, I know that you want to get insight into the SACCO operations in real time. Then also you can be able to grow your brand equity and be able to increase your membership base. So the board members, they can also be given roles in the system for them to check what is happening in the SACCO in real time. The other one is a credit committee. If you have a credit committee, they can be able to approve loans remotely. There is also that security mechanism built in make a checker system, and also there is integrated affordability assessments and credit checks. Every time you are doing a loan application, system asks you whether you want to check you do a credit reference check to Metropole CRB, and then the person who is doing the appraisal can be able to make a decision whether to issue that loan or not. For the finance operations, you can do batch processing, you can do reports, you can be able to get audit trails. And then for the IT department, if you have an IT department now, since we are the ones who are going to host and you're providing infrastructure, your IT department will now spend more time on value-adding tasks. There are no server crashes. There's no restless nights due to security breaches. So you don't have to spend in terms of setting up your data center or whereby you have to buy servers and all that. Then also we are going to give you a mobile banking application. This one is part and parcel of the products that you're going to offer. The mobile banking application will allow members to do 24/7 saving and borrowing. They can be able to view account information. This one I'm going to show you on that. And then also there's faster loan processing. Roadmap with integration. Normally for SACCOs, we look at how big a SACCO is or how small a SACCO is. So basically, once you agree, we are going to do the contract signing. We also do the role setup, the pre-training, extraction of raw data, the cleaning of raw data. Then another phase is a sandbox, that is a test environment. We import it, we review and sign off, and then we also do provide the full training. And then the third phase is the production import, then transformation phase and go live. Investment is based on the SACCO size and complexity. But for you, based on the membership that you have, a span of 2 weeks is enough for you to have gone live. After go live, what happens? There is support, training, and future growth. So as I said, we are going to give you a live chat, which is within 5 minutes. We also have a detailed online knowledge base. We have a dedicated account manager. There is a customer success lead who is going to give you an account manager who is going to ensure that at least you are okay with the system. There's also training, which is supposed to be done for on-demand fast learner program. We also do monthly staff training, and also we do webinars where we request you that at least you join in so that you can be able to get to know what is new about the system. Then also future growth. We also do bi-weekly feature releases. So the system, the amount of money that you're going to be doing as a subscription on a quarterly basis, we have already factored the upgrades. So we don't have to give you another cost for upgrading the system. So every week there's a new release, and we usually advise the SACCO whether they are really interested to use the feature. So it is upon them to choose on that. Then also there is third-party integrations. We are giving you the open API. You can integrate to as many other solutions as possible. Then you can be able to flexibly change your pricing tier as the organization grows, and if you are going to provide the FOSA services, then we can be able to agree in terms of other functionalities that are not in the scope when you're signing as a client. Then what return on investments? You'll be able to see that members, in terms of members loan application process, we have been able to get to know the SACCOs that we are currently having, and most of them are able to indicate to that at least members can be able to apply their loans faster than before. So there are some SACCOs currently that are doing what you call loan origination. They can be able to do it online. I'll be able to show you that. Your staff can be able to work from anywhere, which means that it increased the speed of service by over 50%. The other one is cutting systems and server costs by 100%, which means that you don't have to spend a lot of money. And lastly, automating backups and end-of-day processing, which enables maybe one person in IT to do value-adding work. Who is involved from your team? We require an IT person or the project lead, who is going to be the person who is going to be responsible as the single point of contact. He or she will be in charge of data security. From finance team, the person who is going to give us the data, we do clarification and sign off, and then also customer service, user acceptance, and also training members. That is UAT and training members, especially for the mobile banking solution. So basically, that is the presentation I had, unless maybe you have a question. Any question on my presentation? Before I go to the demo, so that I can show you the demo.
It was a nice presentation. Can you get me?
Okay. Okay, now allow me now to go to the demo. I will be able to indicate how you set up the system. Basically, this is I hope you can hear me. You can hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Basically, this is how you set up the system. So this is a cloud-based solution, and you will be able to, will give you the URL in terms of where you're supposed to log in, the username, and you will be able to get your password. So once you log in, the system verifies the credentials, and if they are in order, then it allows you to access the system. So this is how we set up the core banking system. On the left-hand side, you'll be able to find the activities. This is logs of what is happening in the system. You'll be able to see that here on the left-hand side that James Bashir has been able to log in. There's somebody who has created an emergency loan. There was a loan which has been closed. There's a transaction which has been done. So system is able to give you an activity in terms of what is happening in the system on the left-hand side. If there are any tasks on the right-hand side, you'll be able to get there some tasks which are pending. Like for instance, if I can be able to send some tasks so that on a specific day to be able to remind me. So like for instance, today there's a task that was due, and the system will be able to remind me that I need to ensure that at least I'm able to carry out this specific task, which indicates that ID card, ensure the member provides his ID card, his identification card. So the system is able to remind you on the upcoming and any overdue tasks. Down here, it will be able to give you indicators. What are the number of members who are active? What are the number of groups? Loans awaiting approval. What is the total deposits? Okay. What are the total overdrafts? What is the gross loan portfolio? And then also the PAR, which is very, very important to be checking on daily basis, just in case some loans are not being paid. So system is able to check in terms of arrears. Then also there is the loan spending and also the number of borrowers in the system. So basically this one is just
a question there.
An indicator. Yes.
You were talking about PR. What is PR?
We are talking at loans at risk. Okay. Loans at risk, any loan that is in arrears and has not been paid, okay? The system is able to do a percentage of the total loan portfolio and all the loans that are in arrears. Then, like for instance, this one is talking about 79%, okay? So 79% of 88 million is bad. You understand?
Yeah.
So that is the PAR. That is the loan at risk, which implies now as a credit as a management, you need to check your PAR. According to the regulations, it should not be more than 5%. So if you're talking about around 100 million, you should not have 5% of that. It should not exceed 5%. The PR should not exceed 5%. So this one is able to give you guidance in terms of where you are in terms of your loan portfolio. So if PR is more than 5%, it means you're issuing loans which cannot be paid. Then you need to go back and ask yourself, why are we issuing loans which are not being paid? Okay. So basically, this is the first screen. When you're setting up the system, we just go to administration. Here, setting up the general setup in terms of organization details, the company name, the address. Our system is also multi-currency. If you open a branch in Uganda, you can have that branch having Uganda shillings. You also the different time zones. If, for instance, you go to Rwanda is, I think, one hour behind. So system is able to know that this is a branch which is outside the country, and we need to record the time that the transactions are being done. So once you set up the institution name, you go to holidays. You can be able to set up the different indicate the non-working days. For instance, if you don't work on Saturdays and Sundays, and then also you can be able to earn holiday, like for instance, Eid al-Fitr. It's possible for us to indicate all the holidays, Christmas and all that, so that the system can be able to indicate that these are not working days in the system. Client types. This is where you set up different clients in terms of if you are individual clients or you're going to use groups. If you have groups, then you have to ensure that you set them up from there. Internal controls in terms of setting up in terms of groups. I hope you can be able to see that. Everyone can be able to see.
Yes.
So here you're able to, this is for groups specifically. If you have groups, you can be able to indicate the different branches, the centers and the current officers. Then if you say centers, it means that any member who is assigned to a specific group, then indicate when are they supposed to meet so that their loans become due on that specific date. Then also we have duplicate client checks. Our system is able to check whether any duplicate entries that are being done, like for instance, ID number. For instance, if you find that there's a possibility that James, my ID number, I open a membership, another membership number with the same ID number, system should not be able to allow me, so that you don't have issues to do with fraud and all that.
So system is able to check on that. The other one is okay, groups. If you are doing groups, you can be able to set up the group roles, the group role ID, the chief center, secretary, treasurer, the chairman. All those details are supposed to be set up there. Then financial setup, there is also the currency. As I said, you can do different currencies. So it's just a matter of adding a currency here and there. You'll be able to see all the currencies in the world. So you just add them there. There is also risk levels. Here we are talking about classification of loans. When you grow, as you grow, you need to classify your loans in such a way in terms of risk. Like for instance, for the SACCOs that are regulated, the big SACCOs, they are supposed to ensure that they do classification for performing loans. Performing loans are loans that are not in arrears at all. You can see that we have been able to indicate the number of days. Then the amount that we need to provide is 1%. Loans that are in watch, substandard, doubtful, and then loss. Any loan that is more than 365 days and it has not been paid, it is put in this category as a loss. So what happens is that the system calculates 100% of the total loan balance and then debits the profit and loss account. But for you, if you're still not regulated, you might not need to do this. But in future, as the organization grows, these are some of the issues to do with regulations that you need to comply with. The FRS 9 also requires that at least all the financial institutions are supposed to do loan provisioning. I hope you understand about loan provisioning. So adding risk levels, you just add risk levels and then you put the provision percentage. Rates. Here we need to set up different rates, VAT, interest rates, or this one is just added here. Transaction channels. We have different transactions, like for instance, deposits, withdrawals, cash withdrawal, mobile money. We set up all the transaction counts here, and then we attach the different general ledger accounts, and then also we can also be able to attach the changes that's supposed to be debited when you do that transaction. There is also end of day processing. This we require that at least when you're doing every day system to do end of day processing. But end of day processing is that the system requires to calculate interest on loans. It needs to accrue interest on loans. It needs to do standing orders. It needs to send SMSs to members. Oh, your loan is already due. You have not been able to pay. All what is required is done during end of day processing. Then in terms of accounting, when you open branches, how is the system able to do inter-branch transfers in terms of, let's say, you open a branch maybe in Eldoret, and your main branch is in Nairobi. When a member moves from one branch to another and they transact, how is the system able to treat those transactions? Because I'm domiciled in a branch A, but I've done a transaction in branch B. So there must be some entries that are being passed, that are supposed to be passed in the general ledger, so that at least you can have that kind of balancing being done on daily basis. Organization setup. Here you set up the different branches and centers. This is specifically if you are doing group lending, you can set up the centers there. Access control. Here we are talking about setting up users and roles. I indicated when in the presentation that you can be able to set up even board members who would like to be accessing the system. So, like for instance, there's a role which has been created for a board member. So you'll be able to see that this is what they are supposed to access. We set up the rights for the board members, and then you'll be able to see that the permissions are quite granular. Here you'll be able to tick what they are supposed to do. It's only audit transactions they can be able to view. They cannot be able to create transactions. You see, if then also in terms of the different modules, you're able to select what they're supposed to do. Like for instance, for clients, they can't be able to create clients. They can only be able to view clients. So once you set up the different roles, then you go back again now and create users. And then you are able now to attach that user to a specific role. Like for instance, this user, there is one user called Fadik who has been created here. We'll be able to see that. he has been given different roles. Let me check. Or he has not been given any role at all. But you can be able to select. You can imagine that if you had created a role here, then the system will be able to populate the permissions that this person is supposed to have. So that now when you create James as a board member, I can only be able to view the member information. I can be able to get reports in terms of trial balances and all that, and get to know how the SACCO is performing real time. But if it is the CEO or the manager now can be able to have more rights in terms of approving, in terms of approving the different transactions in the system. So they inherit now the permissions which have been created in the roles. So that is what happens when you create a user. Then users usually give them a username and also an email address that they'll be able to use. Then also we have different languages. For instance, if I feel that I want to use French, I can be able to use French, so that when I log in, all my menus will be in French. So this system has been built because we have some SACCOs that are in Philippines. We have some SACCOs that are in South Africa. So then we can be able also to assign this specific user to a branch, so that he only logs into a specific branch. And or if there are any transaction limits, I can be able to indicate that this person can only be able to transact up to a certain limit. So this is where the security comes in. The other one is products. I just wanted to spend just a few minutes in terms of setting up products. I know you have different loan products. So normally, as I said, we don't have limitation in terms of the products that you can have. We are not limiting you. So it means that you can be able to create as many products as possible. So you just give the product name. If it's an emergency loan, if it's emergency here, then the product ID, if it's the second product, then the product category, then what kind of the product term it is. Is it a fixed term loan? Is it a dynamic loan? Fixed term loan, you're talking about a loan which is 36 months or 24 months or 1 year. Okay. Then you're able to give the description of the product here. After you give the description, you can also go to product availability, where you indicate that this is for groups, this is for clients, this is specific for branches. New account settings, this is how you generate the different accounts. Like for instance, when you're opening a loan account, system has to generate an account, so you give it the pattern of how it's supposed to generate that. Then loan amount, you can be able to indicate that this loan cannot be offered to clients. The maximum is 100,000 or maybe 200,000. So indicate, and even the minimum. Then interest rate, here you can be able to indicate how the calculation method of the loans. And also you can be able to hover here over this. This one will be able to give you more information. When you get stuck, you just click on it and then it gives you to help page. Then for interest, there's flat, declining balance, and declining with equal installments. So you select, and then also the.
In fact, in fact,
sorry. Okay, sorry for that. Interest calculation method, you're able to select. Then the interest rate charged, is it per year, per month, per 4 weeks, per week, per day? You select for this specific product, and then you indicate the interest rate constraints. That is, you indicate what is the percentage for this product. If it is 12%, then you indicate 12%. Then we also have what happens when the system when loans go in arrears. So you'll be able to provide the parameters in terms of what happens when the loan goes to arrears. Do you tolerate some little amount when there is based on the outstanding principal? Penalties. Do you allow a system to penalize members who do not pay their loans? What is the calculation method? How do you calculate the penalty? Product fees. Do you allow fees for this loan? For instance, when you're issuing a loan, what do you have loan application fee? So if you say that the application fees, then you have to add the fees here, so that at least the system does automatically in terms of collecting those fees. And it can either collect from the deposit account, they can collect from the loan account. So you have to define that. Then also product links. Can you be able to link these products to this loan to a specific deposit product? And then you tell the members to be depositing money to a deposit product. When the loan becomes due on that specific day, the system will be able to transfer the loan, the repayment on that specific day and pay the loan. Funding sources. Do you have an investor who would wish to give you some money so that you can be able to offer the members? And how do you track it? So, and what is the interest rate? How much are you supposed to pay them as commission or as interest? So if it's for funding sources, then you need to take this one and indicate the interest rate. Securities. Do you allow guarantorship on the collateral? So you select and then you indicate required securities. Is it 100% or is it 50% of the loan amount? Then the system will be able to allow you now, when you're opening the loan account, to give the security. Accounting rules. We don't want you to be posting manually into the general ledger account. So normally we just use accrual method, or maybe they can be cash. Then we're able to indicate the different general ledgers where this portfolio for emergency loan will be reported under in the respective trial balance. So you select the GL accounts. This for just setup. Any income that we are getting from that product is dropped to this specific GL, the specific GL that you're going to select from. Then penalties, interest income, you define this one. After you do that, then the product is now ready, and it means that the users or the loan officers can comfortably be able to open a new loan. It's the same process for the other category for deposits. Is only that for deposits, deposits are usually credit balances. So basically, you'll have to ensure that you set up the same process. The only difference is in terms of interest calculation. Interest, you pay interest to the deposit account. You don't debit interest or you don't accrue interest on the deposit, just like the loan accounts. So basically, that is how you set up the products. You can set as many products as possible. There's no limitation. Fields, here you find that just in case, most probably we've given you the system and you find that there are specific fields which are missing, the system is configurable enough, and you can be able to set up the more fields that you'd wish to have. Let's say, for instance, the government introduces that next year, after you've already implemented the system, you're going to be using Huduma number, and there was an ID number. So you just go and add and custom maybe fields, custom fields. You just add another custom field, and then maybe, for instance, you just say Huduma. This will be a custom field, and then you'll be able to indicate whether it's a demographic, next of kin, member review. See, then the text in terms of, do you want a free text? Do you want numeric? Like, for instance, if it is a mobile number, you expect that it is a number up to around 10 digits. So system is able to check for you so that you don't just insert anything. So for you be able to see that you can be able to add as many fields as possible. So there's no limitation. Then also SMS. Our system has an SMS gateway, and you can be able to do a lot of as many notifications as possible. If you want to do a notification, you just indicate what kind of notification will you require. So you just select if it's for clients, and then maybe the recipient is a client. Then based on event, now the different events is in terms of if there's a member who has joined the SACCO, if it has been approved, then let's say for instance if it's a client who has been approved, okay, and is given a membership number. So what happens? You'll be able to indicate here when it's supposed to be sent, and then here you need to if you want to put a condition, then you can be able to input maybe welcome, the structure of how the message you want it to be, so that once you send this message, every time there is a new member who has been approved, the system will automatically real time send a message to that member and give him or her the details. If it's a loan which is due, if it's a deposit which is supposed to be done on a specific day, the system is able to send. If you don't want SMSs for specific members, some of them want emails, you can be able to do through. If you have an email server, we can be able to do the implementation for you so that emails can be sent. The other one that I wanted to show you is in terms of the communication is there. So we can have, we have several communications you can be able to do. The reports, accounting part of it. This is very, very important. So normally we have the chart of accounts where we have to agree with you. This is how you're supposed to set up the chart of accounts. You don't have to now go to an auditor to be doing for you the financial statements. System will be, every transaction which is done is done into the respective GL account. So you'll give us your assets, liabilities. So you just come and add the different GLs that you'd wish and assets. So you put the account name, the GL account, if it's an asset account, and then indicate whether it's a dealer account, detail account, or hand account. Do you allow manual journal entries? If you say you don't allow, if you say allow, your officers can be able to post. If you say don't allow, it is only the system that can be able to post. So in such a way that you don't have any issues to do with the differences. So liabilities, equity, income, and expenses, the same thing. Balance sheet, you can be able to generate balance sheet here. You just indicate the month that you wish. You can be able to select the branch if you have several branches. You just select the balance sheet and the system will be able to give you balance sheet even as at today. So you don't have to get an accountant trying to do for you a balance sheet. The system will be able to do for you without any problem. Profit and loss, the same thing. You can be able to generate the P&L maybe from January up to date just to check the status of the SACCO. So when you generate the P&L as the accountant or as the board member, you'll be able to know the performance of the organization at any time in real time. So that at least you can be able to make a decision in advance and be able to plan ahead to see by the end of the year, this is the amount of money that we shall have made in terms of income from the different products. So trial balance, this one also you can be able to generate trial balance without any problem. Journal entries, here you can be able to get all the transactions that are happening in the system. Okay, so if you can be able to generate the different journal entries that are happening, and if you want to filter, you can be able to filter either by date, by transaction amount, by GL account. So the system is allows you to get the reports as you wish. Then we also have different reports for, like, for instance, indicators. You remember when I was logging in, I was able to get different indicators. You can do per branch, you can do per deposit product, you can do indicators per product type, per center, per credit officers, per each individual. If you have staff, you want to know the performance, PR per credit officer, depending on how they're issuing loans. Portfolio, you wish system be able to give you the current status, overview, accounts, historical. You can be able to generate, if you want to generate, you just input the dates, and you can be able to generate this report. So graphic wise, so you can be able to see that the system is quite, be able to customize it. And then also we allow you now to customize the reports as you wish. The other one is organization. You see that we have different AR. So this one is specifically ideally for SACCOs that are regulated, but you can also be able to use it to know the status of the organization. So the system is able to get you a report in terms of the risk levels. You'll be able to see that the risk levels performing, watch all the roles which are performing, which it means those which are active, and the principal balance, the interest, any fees, penalties, provision amount, all the way up to the loss. So we do expect that we don't have to have loans which are under loss category unless maybe this person is not paying his loan. So it is able to indicate to you what is the total, what is at risk. At risk means that this loan possibly it will never be paid. And what is the provision that you'll be able to do if you're going to be doing provision. These are reports, you can comfortably be able to send them to Excel, you can be able to print them. And then also lastly, I wanted to show you as you grow, you can comfortably be able to generate the different reports. For SASRA reports, they issue around 9 reports. So we've been able to do them. And for instance, if it's liquidity statement, you can comfortably be able to either export it, review it. So the system is able to generate and populate the data for you. But for this, I think this test environment, we will not be able to. We have not done the mapping for this, but system can be able to do it as per the SASRA requirements. Allow me now to go to, basically that is how you set up the system. Now the other is how do you do transactions, like creating a member, because this is a core. Sorry. This is a core banking system. So what we require is that the users will be able to sign in. Once you sign in, as I had indicated where I was doing the system administration, you'll be able to see now a screenshot in terms of what is happening in the SACCO. How many members are active? What is the total savings? What is the total loans? Then I can be able to comfortably. Sorry, just a minute. I can be able to have several menus here for till. If you're going to be doing tailoring in future, that is the FOSA, we'll be able to set it up for you. Members, you'll be able to see that you can do membership. And then also we have the savings and loans. And also on the other end, we have submitting to CRB. You can do batch transactions. You can do finance in terms of transactions. When you add a member, it becomes very easy. You just add a member here, and then you upload a photo of the member. It becomes very easy. But because I don't have time, you don't have time, I may not be able to go do the whole process. So you indicate the title, the name, maybe just to showcase. Then whatever in this asterisk is mandatory. So system is quite easy. You just indicate this, what is the birth date. So if I indicate 2020, system checks and says this is a minor. So the system is able to check. Then you indicate whether it's married or single. Then you give the address. Here you give address. Then you select the different documents, a passport or national ID. This one is mandatory. If there's any another additional document like KRA PIN, you can be able to indicate here. But if it is mandatory, then you are going to ensure that we put it as mandatory. Then employment, is it a salaried person? Is it a business person? Is it other? Are they in chairman? Are they staff? Are they directors? Is it all this? Or a government employee? Until when you fill all the required areas, that's when it will be able to allow you to go to next. So it asks your name of employer. After that, next, it gives next of kin. Here you can be able to add as many the next of kin. You can add as many details as possible, as much details as possible. phone number. This one is mandatory. You have to ensure that you give your phone number. So if I add more, the system should be able to check down there to be able to give me a let me see, yeah, an invalid phone number. So it does the checks. Then also we require that we also give an email address. Then also, this is also a document management system. We allow you now to select the different documents that you wish. We expect that it's a new member. There must be a national ID, which must be attached, a passport, membership application, the form, KRA PIN, the signature. You remember we also did the photo on the other end. So since the test environment, I've not indicated as mandatory, but in your environment, you have to put it as mandatory. And then you can add as many documents as you wish. So in such a way that in future, if you want to check, you don't have to go to the form or to the file of the member. You can go to the system to check all the documents that were requested. Then lastly, you just require to input the if you do application fee, that membership fee. If it is paid by M-Pesa, then you have to indicate the M-Pesa reference number. So this one will have to implement it based on your policy, whether you do M-Pesa or you do bank. Then lastly, you are given option to write more information. Then you are allowed now to review the membership, and then you submit. When you submit, what happens is that because of Make a Checker, no one person can be able to input a transaction and authorize it. It requires another user to approve it. But since because of my testing, I am not using a different user, you can be able to see now the status of the application is pending. Okay. So what happens when I open it? If I am the supervisor, I can be able to review it and try to check or whether all the details have been inputted. Then I can be able to confirm. So when I confirm and approve, what happens is that now the system allows me now to select the different deposit products. I know you have a share capital. You must be having a share capital account. You must be having an withdrawable deposit account. So you select the different products that you want to open for this member. So that now the system can automatically now give the membership number and also open the specific accounts. Then also something very, very important here is we want to keep track of the remittance. If I am a member, I need to indicate how much am I supposed to contribute on monthly basis. So if it is 2,000, I have to indicate that it is 2,000. Maybe your minimum is 1,000 shillings, but I can afford 2,000 shillings. But if it is 1,000, just indicate that it is 1,000. Then you will be able to indicate what the remittance, is it through bank? Is it through cash? Will it be by FOSA account or is it my mobile money? So you select the remittance method, and then also you select which date is it on monthly basis or weekly basis. Then you'll be able to indicate the date that this person is supposed to remit. So the system will be checking on that specific date, has this amount been able to come through the bank? Has it been able to come through the mobile banking or the other remittance method? So I dedicated two deposit accounts. That's the reason as to why I have to go through this process and ensure that the amount of money that is captured. So from there, then I have to just say that the members agreed, and then I approve. So you see now, within a few seconds, the membership has already been approved. We expect that if you have already been able to set the different SMS, that the member will ensure that at least he is able now to activate his account by depositing money to that account. That is what happens about membership. So I just wanted to search for one which is already there, so that at least I don't take a lot of your time. Let me check. Yes, like for instance, this is an account for a member, James Moshira. You'll be able to see what are the savings balances, the total deposits, the loans. Then also we are going to do some calculation here in terms of eligibility. How much can this person be able to get a loan? Because the system is doing appraisal automatically. What is the share capital this person has? What is the net value? What are the pending loans? What are the guaranteed loans that have been able to guarantee? System should be able to check. Am I on mobile banking? Okay. Then in terms of remittances, so now from here you can be able to, if I had put my photo, the photo would appear here. I can be able to print this as get a statement. The system will be able to produce a PDF document whereby you'll be able to see my statement. So you'll be able to see now, it is giving me a summary of my savings accounts. You see that I have 4.1 million there. These are main savings. The next page, it shows me the transactions. These are this is a statement. It shows me how I've been able to save this 4.1 million. Okay. Then also, it will be able to indicate a summary of loans. What are the loans that I currently have? Then down there, the other page, it will be able to indicate what is the statement for these loans. When was it given? What is the interest which has been applied as at the specific date? So you can be able to print that one, and also I'll be able to show you how the member can be able to comfortably print without necessarily. Then from here, I can be able to add a deposit. I can be able to do a withdrawal, a repayment, a savings account, and a loan account. I wish we had time. I could have taken you through how to open a loan account because it's a process based on the product that we had created there. Then you'll be able to drop down there. You'll be able to see the different deposits that I have. I only have one. And then down there, I'll be able to get all the transactions that have been done in that account. Loans also, you can see I have two loans. One is pending. It has not been approved. The other one is a normal loan. And any loan that I've been able to guarantee, it will be able to indicate that I have guaranteed someone a loan which is in arrears. Okay. If you want to get more information, you'll be able to just select that and be able to get more information about this loan that I've guaranteed and why is it in arrears. Okay. So I can go back to member. So system is gives you the leeway to just use one screen. You don't have to close one screen to go to another. Remittances, it will be able to show you all the remittances that I usually have. You can see there's for deposits, there's cash. For loans, there is mobile money that I'm supposed to be paying through mobile money. Okay. Then it will be able to give more information about this member down there. And then now, in terms of audit trail, it will be able to indicate to you what has been happening with this respective member. All the transactions that have ever been done in the system will be recorded here, so that you can be able to see, okay, there is somebody who edited on 10th May information pertaining to a custom field. See, there was some information that was entered. Okay, so if I go and edit, the system will be able to stamp this and indicate that there's something that was done on a specific date. The other one is sorry. Hope you're with me.
Yes, we are.
I just closed my window a bit. Let me log in. So what you require for accessing the system is just internet. So I just wanted to show you basically how do you you can be able to do submit to CRB if you have members who are not paying their loans. System can be able to generate for you all the loans that are due, loans that are not being paid. And then as Joseph, as the manager, you can be able to indicate that Brenda, I've been able to talk to her for the last 11 months. He or she has never paid her loan. So I can be able to select these two people and submit them to Metropole CRB. Okay, when you click submit, just because I'm using a test environment, I can't be able to connect to CRB because this is test. So what happens is that the data is now sent to Metropole CRB and they are listed. And then also a system.
We are not seeing your screen.
Oh, sorry. You're not seeing my screen. Sorry. Let me repeat that.
Yes, now we can see.
So I was saying you'll be able to get this option for submitting to CRB. Once you click it, it will give you now the option of selecting the loans. System is assist you in terms of loan delinquency to reduce your loan delinquency. So it will be able to give you all the loans that are not being paid. So if I say that Emily has not paid his loan for the last 2 months, and I've talked to her and she has said that she'll never pay that loan, then I will need to select her and submit. I can select so many of them, and then I'll be able to submit to Metropole CRB. So system is able now to list them as defaulters. So that now when this person goes now to a commercial bank, the commercial bank will advise this person to go back to Bidii Jiinue SACCO because he or she has a loan which is not being paid. The other one is batch transactions. As the finance team, they can be able to do batch transactions. They can be able to upload a batch. Batch means that if, for instance, you are paying salaries, or maybe you are collecting some money from out there, instead of doing one transaction at a time, you can do it in Excel and then upload into the system. The system will be able to pick and post into the respective accounts. That is for the finance team. Also, the CEO or the manager and his supervisors can be able to check any journal entries. Maybe they can be able to add journal entries. Like for instance, it's a GL. Let's say for instance, maybe there is petty cash. You need to post transactions for petty cash. Just indicate maybe 9,000. Then you select the different general ledger you want to post. Then the credit amount you select, maybe the same amount, or you can still distribute and say maybe it's 1,000 shillings. So system will be able to know that, to tell you that it is not what? It is not balancing. So you need to add another transaction like that, until the transaction that you're posting are able to balance. So you can see the system is intelligent. It shows that it has been able to balance this 8 plus 1, which is equals to 9, because these are credits and these others are debits. So for you to be very easy for you, but as we agreed, the system has to be, the person who is posting requires to be, the transaction required to be authorized. System can be able to indicate to you all the journal entries that are being done, all the transactions that are being done in the system. As the manager, you should be able to know, okay, there's a transaction which has been done and it has hit our general ledger account. So there's no manual entry that is supposed to be done. The only manual entry you're going to do is only, most probably for journals, is like for petty cash. Maybe you want to buy airtime and all that, you just post. But for the other transactions that are being done by the members and by the credit officers, system is automatically posting in the GL account. The savings transactions, here you can be able to check the transactions that are waiting approval. So you'll be able to check and they say, okay, I've been advised that I need to authorize a transaction. You check it and then confirm. Once you confirm, it hits the respective accounts. For loan transaction, the same thing. And also, we have also direct debit reports. If you have an arrangement with a specific bank, like a cooperative bank, whereby you've had some members where they have authorized you to do direct debits on specific days. So the system is able to generate for you, and then you send to the specific bank, and the bank does the debits automatically, and the money goes into your account. Lastly, for me to finalize, I just wanted to show you now what happens as a member. We would wish that at least your members are able to access their statements without coming to the office. So we have an app that we refer to as there is the mobile banking application and the web application. So let me just show you how to access the web application. You can either do it through Android, your Android phone, or iOS, or you can use your browser if you're using a laptop. So I'm just logging in not as now a user, but I want to log in as a member of the SACCO. Okay. If you say forgot password, the system will be able to generate and give you another a URL where you can be able to change your password through the what do you call it? Through your email address, which you had initially registered for. So when we train your SACCO staff, we will show them how to assist members in terms of how to access the mobile banking solution. So what happens is that once you log in, it will be able to give me my specific details, not any other member. My specific details. You can imagine it is showing me the date I joined, my member ID. I can be able to download, which means I can be able to print my statement. So these are my deposits. This is my loans. This is what I'm eligible. This is what I can be able to apply. So when you do the configuration, then you can be able to indicate every time when a member is logged in, he can be able to know how much he qualifies for a loan. So within the member can be able to do several transactions. I can be able to get my balances. I can be able to download my statement. I can also be able to do other transactions, like for instance, if it's a deposit product, I can be able to add money. Okay, I'm imagining that I am a member of Bidii Jiinue SACCO, and I want now to do a transaction. I want to make my deposit. I've indicated that I've been doing through cash or through M-Pesa. So I can be able to say, okay, let me input. Maybe we agreed 1,000 shillings per month. Okay. So the system will be able now to ask me what my mobile number, but since I don't want to deposit money, I just want to showcase to you that you've already been able to integrate with M-Pesa. So I think Boniface or Joseph, you can just give me a mobile number, one of your mobile numbers. We're not going to do the transaction. You're going to cancel it.
Okay.
So that you can see that it is real time.
Okay, 0797 2238 78.
78. Okay. So what happens is that I submit. I'm assuming this is my mobile number. So what happens on your end?
Okay, I've received a message to ask me to freeze because the amount in M-Pesa is not sufficient.
Yes. So what is happening is that this is an SDK push that is coming to the phone that you've indicated. That is M-Pesa. So that now you can input your, if for instance now you input your PIN number, the money will automatically move and post into the deposit account. But since you don't want to do that, just cancel.
Okay.
So you can you see that it is giving me time.
Yeah.
So system has indicated that no money was deducted from a M-Pesa account. Please try again later. So that is how easy it is for your members now to make payment. They don't have to go to the bank. They don't have to do send money to pay bill. We want them to initiate the transaction from the comfort of their homes. And then when we receive the money, the system is now able to send an alert to the member. Bidii Jiinue has received this amount of money through M-Pesa. Okay. This one now, this is what you're talking about, increasing in terms of repayment and engagement with the specific member. So the same thing will happen now to loans. If you still want to do a loan repayment, and you can be able to now even to apply for a loan. System allows you now to do online loan application. It will go through the process of loan application for you to provide all the details that are required, the amount of money, whatever loan that you wish. If you select this kind of a loan, so you select the amount of money that you want to apply. Then you choose the purpose of the loan. How long do you want to pay the loan? If I say just write 60 months, the system will tell me no. The maximum duration for this loan is 12 months. Okay, so I just have to accept 12 months. Then how do I want to the disbursement method? Will it go to the bank? Is it by check? Is it by FOSA account? Is it by mobile money? You just select what you want, and then also repayment. How will I be paying? I just say I'll be paying through mobile money. Frequency, it's on monthly basis. It can be weekly or it can be daily basis. So system is parameterized according to your requirements. Then when am I supposed to be paying the loan? I just indicate 20th of every month. So add collateral. Then here I'm supposed to add any assets and maybe guarantee asset that are required. Documents. What documents do you require when you're doing the loan application? So basically, this is how you do the loan application. From the SACCO end, it is more detailed. But from the member end, we just give the minimal requirements. Okay. But from the SACCO end, it is more detailed in such a way that you provide more information in terms of the product, in terms of the repayment, the date, and all that. So basically, that is how the system is. And I'm sorry I've taken 1 hour 20 minutes. I would wish maybe to open for maybe some questions that you wish to have. And then also the other advantage, as I finalize on that, is that you can be able to get more information activity in terms of what has been happening with your account. So system is able to give that visibility to the member that this is what is being done in my account. Yes. So this one is available through the mobile app. What is remaining currently now is if you're going for the mobile application now, we now ensure that now you can be able to do transactions in terms of instant loans. Your members can now be able to apply for these small loans, 2,000, 3,000 shillings to pay their utility bills. And then the money is transferred to M-Pesa, or the money stays in the deposit account, and then he can be able to pull that money. Then utility payments in terms of Kenya Power, water bills, and all that. That's also functionality that is going to be in the mobile banking application. But we give you the flexibility. We give the member the flexibility to either use the web application or the mobile application or USSD. Yes. Thank you. Sorry, Boniface and Joseph, I think I've taken more time than required.
No problem. It was informative, and we've been able to get what Quora is presenting to us. Now, before maybe I ask my questions, there are those members who logged in when you are proceeding on. So Hilary Kipto is our project manager. You can say hi.
Hilary, okay.
Hilary Kipto, can you hear us?
It's muted.
Edith, Madam Edith is our secretary. You can say hi. Why she didn't join with the microphone? I don't.
Yeah, it seems she didn't use yeah. Hope she's be able to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. So, Joseph, any questions you have for Mr. James Shira?
Thanks so much, Mr. James. I'm glad to have this wonderful presentation for our upcoming SACCO. So, Bwana James,
Yes.
I'm the manager of Bidii Jiinue, and we are focused to become a great SACCO.
Yes.
And we are registering members worldwide. And why I'm saying so, it's because we have registered members countrywide, and it is some of them, they have gone outside the country and they are becoming good ambassadors of our SACCO. So we are growing in a good rate, and so far we are approaching 500 members. So having now this Quora as now the office of our online SACCO, it will make our work easier, and we will be happy for it. And when you were presenting, some mind was coming into me telling me, why now these things, it should have worked a long time ago, because I was thinking we have worked, we have spent a lot of money employing a university student to work for our online website. Some of them failed us. One of them was managed, but now the website is manual. So we are facing many challenges in terms of keying in manually every time going to update. So Bwana James, I'm happy for you. And now I will ask some few questions to clarify on our current website. So we have a website which is also was launched shortly some few weeks ago.
I've seen it.
Yeah, you have seen it. So what comes now when we have now this website now from Quora, the all automation, will we ignore the current website we are using as a manual, or what can you do?
Okay, I think for that one, it's let me congratulate you at least for you currently even having that website. Not so many SACCOs, even the big ones, some of them even don't have websites. What we require to do is that under your Bidii Jiinue website, we are just going to give you the URL, the link specifically where you are going to ensure that the person who has developed it for you will just embed it there. Once you click, it takes you directly to this members.quora.com. It takes somebody directly to that screen. Let me show you just a minute. Yes. So once I come to Bidii Jiinue website, what will happen is that I will go to, you will be able to have a link, get statement or anything, the way you indicate it online. Then the member will automatically be redirected here. You understand?
Okay.
Yeah.
I'd explain that better. You see, on our website, we have the admin panel, and we also have the members panel. So the URL for the members panel will be given, and it will be pasted on the accounts panel for the members, and the one for the admin, that is on the back end or the administration side, it will be pasted there. And once you click there, now you'll be able to log in, and if you are the secretary, you can log in as a secretary. If you are the chairperson, you'll be able to log in as the chairperson. So for example, here at the users portal, so members will be able to log in. The URL will be pasted there. So mtu akiklik hapo, it's supposed to take him to the Quora part for the member.
It will side. Now we have, instead of having this portal.jiinue.sacco.com index, we are going to have this one. Okay, members.quora.com.
Yes.
See, the member will not know that about Quora. Okay, the member will not know about Quora, because once he or she clicks on this user portal, it will redirect, and then this person can be able to log in.
Okay.
So for administration panel, the same thing that can be done, because ours is a cloud-based solution, so it is still available. Administration panel, I'm expecting that you want the board members and the management to log in and start checking on transactions and all that, right?
Yeah. So,
So-
James,
Mm.
having been had that one, so I want also to take into consideration, because now we can link the website with the Quora for automations and online
Yeah.
office. That one is okay. So what are now the we have also our rules and some of the way how we operate on that monthly loans, pending loans, and some information, because we started saving since 2019. Do we begin from where we start to maybe when a member want to download the statement, or is there a way we can key in those statements from the beginning?
Yeah, I think that one is not a big challenge, considering that you are not a big SACCO as such. So long as you're able to provide the transactions, us will be able to upload them without any problem. So if you say that most probably that you started in 2019, okay?
Yeah.
The first thing that we'll do is that we will input, we will convert the membership information first, all the members. Then transaction-wise, you are able now to give us all the transactions that have been done per each member. If you have that information per each member on a monthly basis, we can now we can be able to comfortably input them in our system through Excel, because now we are using templates. So that one should not be a problem.
Okay, thanks. So my last question now, once we have communicated, now we want to effect this, how long will it take for it to work?
What do you by effecting as in?
As in
You want to
now,
go back?
we are moving now to Quora. We have accepted now during this presentation, we have accepted now the terms. Now we want to effect it for the members to use. How long will it take?
I said for the SACCO, if you are going to do conversion, basically a maximum of 2 weeks is enough for us. So long as you have the data right and it cleaned. What we're looking at is in terms of ensuring that the total balances under the members reconcile with the respective general ledger. You understand?
Yeah.
Like, for instance, if it is emergency loans that you've been able to issue out, maybe it is 10 million. We do expect that your trial balance, hoping that you have a trial balance already, should reconcile with the total loan portfolio.
Okay,
the major challenge with
so allow me to share this document we are using currently.
Yes.
On because we are using Excel. In our case, Excel is the one which has now the information on our members are receiving, because even the website online, we have just keyed in the information for those members who have managed to sign up their accounts. When the member has signed up, that's when we key in the information. So I want to share the information on our Excel. So now you can see if we can use the information we have in our Excel to transfer the information to the website. Just a minute.
There's something that you need to get right,
Yes.
We are not really using the website for to input customer information and all that, okay. What we have is a cloud-based solution. I'm saying, okay, what you are doing is that you are building a system. You are building a system which is web-based, okay. and getting some maybe through SQL database or something of the sort, whereby you are able to do the transactions.
Yeah.
What you're providing you with is a URL specifically to log into our cloud-based solution, which is hosted by Amazon. But the URL now will be in your website. Yeah.
So I was saying the information now we have for members, the way they have been saving, can we provide that information in Excel so that they can be transferred?
Yes, it will be what we require to do is that you just give us the information in Excel. We have a template which we are going to show you also. This is how our data is inputted into the system. Then we'll be able to tell you that out of the data that you have, is there a specific field that is missing? Is it mandatory for you to have, like for instance, when you are giving a loan, we expect you to give us the first date that the loan was issued out. You understand?
Yeah. So if you can see in our Excel, we have now the account number at the first column. The second one is maybe if the member has been activated in the website, then maybe kama kona registration balance, the amount he has guaranteed as a member, the amount he has taken a loan himself, the fines and paid savings cumulative. So we have also the total savings for the 2019, total savings for 2020, total savings for 2020. So we also have the loans information, the time it was given out, and other information. So what about now the members information, like now maybe names, because they are in a different platform?
It doesn't matter so long as you're able to bring it to the Excel sheet. So long as you're able to bring them into the Excel sheet,
yeah,
there's no challenge. We don't have a challenge with that. I think you've tried as much as possible. I think to maintain that Excel, even to have all that information in Excel, is not that easy. But it is good information for us to ensure that we transfer per month.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just populating into our templates, and then we even if you say we are talking about 2019 specific month, just uploading, and then once you upload, then it is actually updated in the system.
Yeah, I think we have also the specific months, because when we were updating the Excel, we used to save every month. So I think the information is there. So our work now is to agree on how to start this one and how it will start working for us. So I think it is okay with me, and I'm sure the other leaders are listening. We also share this video. Once now you lie with the Boniface, the admin, you will now confirm. So then now we start now transferring the required information. I think that's all I had.
Okay, that's okay. Thank you, Joseph.
Thank you. I have another question. You know, you're providing a cloud-based solution. So, you know, we are paying for the website. So, can we move our website also to the cloud? So that,
now, what I would advise is, just I know it is a host. I don't know who hosts your website.
Yes. A client.
Yeah, but he or she must be hosting it somewhere.
So that is what I'm telling you. You know, it's a client who has a server somewhere, and you know, if a client may decide to tamper with, you know, if something has grown, he may decide to tamper with the organization. I don't know. I was thinking toward that direction.
What I was thinking is this. For me, I think since you are giving you the cloud-based solution, which is a fully integrated core banking system, you don't really require the website. The website is just for guiding members in terms of guiding members in terms of how to access the different services within the SACCO.
Okay.
But for us, we are going to give you a URL where you are supposed to access the web application and also the core banking system. And for us, you can be rest assured that it is very, very secure. The only thing you can do is for the one, if you still want to maintain the website, yes.
So what he was inquiring, in case now the website is tampered with, so that now the URL will work on its own. I think that was Boniface was inquiring about.
That's what I'm saying. Apart from the fact that you need to guide your members that for them to access the web application, this is the URL. But for users like Joseph, you know very well that we'll give you the URL that you're using in your machine. You don't even have to access your website to access our core banking system.
Yes.
Members will be advised that they can use the web application if they want, if they have, but presume, maybe assuming that they don't have maybe the laptops on, they can use their phones. They don't even have to access the website. They can use the mobile application, which they can be able to download from Google Play Store.
I have another question over the same. Sorry to interrupt. So the website or the mobile application will be in the name of Quora, the name of Bidii.
What happens is that we do a generic web application or the mobile application. But if you still need customization, this is a discussion we can have. But out of box, we just give you the Quora mobile banking app, but you can have your logo.
Okay.
Because also you remember that if we have to do the mobile application, we have to ensure that it fits maybe your requirements, which requires a bit of development.
Okay.
Yeah, but basically for the SACCOs that really members do not even want to transact, and some of them even do not want these applications. They want USSD. We just give you the USSD, which they'll be able to access.
It's okay.
Yeah, but as the organization grows, you might also require maybe in future to have your own mobile banking app done with your own colors, such kind of a thing.
Also, can you talk on how we'll be paying for the system, right, from the start after the integration has started working. So are there ways in which the system will be able to generate for its revenue, pay for its running, so that we may be working on now member recruitment and such things?
What you're looking at is that we are looking at automating most of your processes. I've been able to see that currently you're using this Excel sheet, which requires a lot of work. There's a manual intervention that is required to ensure that you put everything in order. What we're looking at is loan application. How will the member can the member be able to do loan application automatically without any challenge? And with the system be able to ensure that it collects the necessary income and fees and post into the respective general ledger accounts. We are looking at it also in terms of once you automate your services, it means that members will get that confidence. They know that they can be able to transact from wherever they are 24/7 at the comfort of their homes, which implies that if I want to apply for a loan of 2,000, 3,000, I don't have to go to maybe KCB, M-Pesa, or Fuliza, or that. I can
don't have to do a call.
Yes, I can be able to get it there and then, because we shall have already configured the system to allow this kind of instant loans where members can be able to access at their own convenience. Then the other issue is that in terms of cutting down on operational expenses, you don't have to have somebody who is following up on loan repayments and all that. Yet the system is able to check on daily basis and advise you that there's a loan which has not been paid. Even alert the member that your loan is already due, without the credits team going to the system to check. Already the system has already been able to inform the member that he or she is supposed to make a repayment on a specific date. And if there are penalties, system is able to start penalizing the member immediately. And that is income to the SACCO. So in terms of operational efficiency, that is where you're looking at, and digitization. This one, bottom line is it improves on your income or revenue. Then we're also looking at transactional income. The more transactions that you do in the system, there is a specific amount that you can be able to charge the member on a daily basis for every transaction. Even SMS, some SACCOs are even charging for delivering SMSs because you don't have to bear that cost. You can be able to transfer that cost to the member and they make some income out of it. It is through automating now you can be able to ensure that you're able to get more income from those kind of transactions. Then also the other issue is that it affords you the opportunity now to make decisions early enough. If you find that we are now going to end of May, we are going to June, you're able to check what is the current income from January to December. So you can be able even to project for the next 6 months, how much is the SACCO going to make? And you're expecting to give dividends to the members. So what can we be able to do differently now so that you can be able to generate more income? Is there an income? Is there just a minute. What can we be able to do for the next 6 months to improve on our income? Can we introduce another product that we know can be able to make this amount of money? Okay, can you be able to increase the charges? If we increase the charges, this is the amount of money that you can be able to make. So that is how the system will be able to assist you to generate more income for the organization. And then, since I am not requesting you to pay an upfront payment, what happens is that it is subscription. The amount of money that you are generating in terms of income can be able to support the subscription that you are supposed to do on a quarterly basis.
Okay, that is good. That is very good. Another thing I want to ask, after you integrating our system, what kind of support will you give apart from the integrating the system going forward? The support maybe you will be giving us as the SACCO.
I indicated that once you sign, because you'll have to sign a service offer letter, which is a contract for a duration of time. I had indicated during the presentation that we have a dedicated team of customer success team who are going to handhold you during the implementation, train you, ensure that at least you get used to the system and you know how it works, and support you. Then also, I also indicated that we have an online chat within the system where you can be able to send a request for support, which should be given within less than 5 minutes. Then also, in terms of training, there's also training. We need to ensure that at least we're always training your staff because said we are not charging you on upgrade. In terms of the amount of money that you are going to agree a subscription, it covers everything. There's no other additional cost. There's no other hidden cost. So support will be available as needed.
Okay. Allow me also to inquire on this. What are now the requirements for us now to be part of Quora? Because in our case, we are registered in the county levels. So we are certified as a county group. So even we are banking with KCP, whereby when we tried to do some automation of the API, we were unsuccessful because we were asked, they kindly ask the signatories to go to the bank because that's where you opened your BP with, so that you can request the API from there before you come to Safaricom. What are there now the procedures now, depending on where we are,
what are we required so that we can meet before now we become part of it?
For us, we are not really so much limited in terms of saying that you have to be a registered SACCO. So long as you are operating as a SACCO and you know that it is savings and credit, what we require of you is that you need to sign a contract. I know most probably you may not be having a certificate, right?
We
But
only
you should
have
be
a certificate of the group as a group from
yes.
the county.
So we what we can do is that you'll be able to provide us with those documents, and also indicate to us that you are now applying for you are applying for certificate for SACCO, right?
Yeah.
Because whatever you are doing generally, even if SASRA would come on the ground, they'll say that you're carrying out the business of a SACCO. So we'll be able to assist you now in terms of coming up, implementing the system, but also would request that you also fast track the other process of registering, so that at least in future you not get yourselves into problems whereby most probably you're not a microfinance, you're not a SACCO, but you're a group, and considering you have members who are around 500. So we will
yeah,
onboard
because
you.
I think that's what we were moving. That's why we are moving to register as a SACCO. And in our case, we just considered not that our statement is not okay, because we are learning, because most of the amount we are loaning, we are from 3/4 of the saving. So we are moving. That's why we need support to register as a SACCO. So we are moving to that point. That's why we need now, in case you have any support, any guidance on how we can move there, you can now assist us.
No problem. I think that is not a problem, because registering a SACCO is very easy. We just require bylaws. You need to come up with bylaws in terms of how you need to operate your SACCO. What is the share capital? Bylaws indicate in terms of where do you operate as a SACCO, within which region. But we usually say that you operate within Kenya, because you can open branches all over the country. Then also the bylaws you're supposed to indicate in terms of the membership. Where are you drawing your membership? Is it a common board? Is it an open board? By common board means that maybe if it's from a certain company. If it's open board, it means anybody can be able to join. What is the minimum share capital? What is the minimum deposits? I think I can be able to share with you a template, a sample of actually there is even online what we refer to a sample of bylaws, which you can be able to customize and use them. Then once you do that,
I think on the step of the bylaws, we've drafted some. Yeah.
Okay.
We got some. We got a lawyer and I drafted our bylaws.
That's okay. Then I think it's just a matter of taking it to the respective department for, is it Ministry of Cooperative, the Department of State Department of Cooperatives, through the, I don't know which town you are in.
Currently we are in Nakuru town.
Yes. Then Nakuru town is just getting one of the officers from the ministry who will now assist you in terms of registering, which does not take time. Yeah, it doesn't take time. In fact, they can even be able to do it very, very fast.
Bwana Mushira, I think we need some sensitization on SACCO. We've been operating as a group, and we've not measured outside on how SACCOs work. So we need some sensitization on how SACCOs work. In as far as we've known the requirements of a SACCO, there are some of the things we hear of SASRA. We are hearing of some of the national corporations, and we've not gone deep to know what this body is for, what they want, and what they require of us, and what consequences may become of us if we still operate as a group and we're having many members.
Yes.
Such.
Okay, I think maybe the first thing is we can agree. You can even do benchmarking, just to learn how the SACCOs, a specific SACCO started. If you're within Nakuru, maybe you can try to check. I can check one of my my friends there maybe to refer you to maybe to a specific SACCO that is within that region. But if you want to come to Nairobi, we can also share specific contacts, or start you can do benchmarking for a specific SACCO, even the one that most probably belongs to a specific company. So that you can do benchmarking and learn how they operate. But also, I think the person who is going to assist you in terms of registration is a cooperative officer who needs also to provide guidance in terms of assisting you and advising you in terms of how the SACCO is supposed to be operated. But you've done a lot more in terms of what operations of a SACCO. The only thing is just in terms of
legal procedures.
Yes, the legal procedures, and also ensuring that you meet the requirements. There's maybe specific requirements that they need to look at in terms of, like for instance, governance. Do you have what referred to as a supervisory committee? Okay, that is able to check what the board members are, are doing. Maybe normally for SACCOs, you need to have maybe a maximum of 9 board members and 3 supervisory committee members. Then within the committee members, you need to have several subcommittees. Like for instance, the credit subcommittee, finance and administration subcommittee, education subcommittee, which now reports now to the full board on monthly basis in terms of what they have been able to do as a subcommittee. Yeah, but I think you've been able to do much in terms of what a SACCO does. It's not like you are starting from scratch, because already you know.
Yeah. I think we are operating like a SACCO. Now, do we require to be a SACCO so that now we can be part of the system of Quora, or we can also just do it, and as time goes by,
You can do it, so long as it is a group that is having a common vision and mission, and common objectives, and you've been able to put to set up different policies in place. We have no challenge with that. We can be able to onboard you as you now go out there and try to seek for registration, because that is what entirely you're looking at in terms of registering as a SACCO. So we can be able to provide the system for you, because also I think, considering you have 500 members and you're doing a lot of transaction, even the ministry would require you that you have to look for a system.
That's one is okay.
Yeah.
It's all right. I think that's all we had from our side.
Okay.
And, thanks for taking your time to present to us the system.
Yeah.
And now there's some of the executive leaders and some of the leaders who didn't attend. So
Okay.
we'll be able to have a meeting within ourselves, and we'll feedback you as soon as possible.
I'll appreciate that. I think I shared with you the contract. You can review it also.
Okay.
Yes.
And Bwana James.
Yes.
What is your recommendation now? Because we have interacted, you have given us your presentation. Now, what can you recommend?
I think we lost his audio.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I was saying, now, Bwana James, we have interacted and you have done us a good presentation. Now, what is your recommendation to us as a group and as a growing SACCO? What can you recommend to us?
Me, I would recommend that at least now you get into the system. Let's do the onboarding. That is a conversion from your Excel to the core banking system, and we start now also doing the mobile banking, whereby now the members currently should be able to view their statements, download their statements, and all that. As now, also, I encourage you to take those documents to the ministry, because it doesn't take long, actually. In fact, even at least we can start engaging one another. There is, as Mr. Boniface had said, he needs to sit down with the other board members so they can be able to chat the way forward. But I've already shared the proposal in terms of the implication in terms of subscription. I've done the bare minimum. I would wish most probably to have gotten more out of that, but I want, as an organization, as a company, what you're looking at is not even in terms of the amount of money that you're paying, because if it was amount of money, I would have given you a very big figure, which it will be very difficult for you to manage. What we are trying to do as much as possible is that trying to get some of these SACCOs. I know there are some event SACCOs that are currently using Excel, and they have even amassed even more deposits. But we are encouraging them that they need to automate their processes so that they can become easier. And that is how members will be able to gain confidence with the SACCO, and they'll be able to support you to grow the organization. So I would wish most probably, as you discuss what a Boniface is, share with them, and if it's possible, you can even sign off if you feel it serves you right. And then next week we can plan in terms of how to start doing conversion, so that at least you can have a system that you can really rely on.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I would advise.
Bwana Joseph, I think it's all that we had from our part. We can adjourn the meeting.
Okay.
Thanks, Bwana James, for your time.
Okay.
We also look forward to share more as time goes by. Let's get now the information from we have our director. We will share the recording to our director.
Okay.
I appreciate and give the recommendation as we now get back to you within the shortest time possible.
Okay.
Thanks for creating time for us. We look forward to share more.
Thank you so much, and I just wish most probably. I don't know in terms of timelines when you can be able to get back.
Today is when?
Today is Wednesday.
Wednesday. So probably weekend utakuwa sawa.
No, I'm okay.
Okay, maybe any time of the weekend we will communicate. Maybe Sunday or Sunday probably.
Oh, that's okay. That's in order.
That's how.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Thanks, Joseph, Boniface, Hilary. Thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome.
Okay, bye-bye. You've been able to save the recording?
Yeah, I think it's okay.
Okay, sir.